Mhm. Mhm. So guys, we will make a project using not using by help of codex. So first of all, we will make a real-time collaborative whiteboard, but we will focus on MVP because we have a short time. Okay, like it will be a macro clone. Okay, like it will it's just like it is the best fit because it refers the backend features you forgot like Node.js. This will use some system design, okay, and strong like it will help in interview, but like real time rooms, like how do you transfer, like how do you simply share the packets using socket.io, and event designs and the persistency, and then concurrent return REST API. We will use REST, not gRPC or something like GraphQL, because it is a macro thing. You don't have to be like you are not making a social media app where you want one piece of API, one piece of response that has all those things just like gRPC. So we will manage in REST API and WebSocket, the main thing in there, and we'll have a 200-minute timer. Okay, let's set a timer. Hey Siri. Oh, it can't. Let's set a timer, okay, for 2 hours. How to change? mm, how to change timer? uh, start करेंगे. This is timer. I want like countdown. Is Siri working? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 4 hour. Yeah, it started. So let's start grinding. So first of all, I let me see like the live is running perfectly or not. Wait a minute, guys, I'm just looking at my computer. Is my live is running perfectly? Live, yeah, it is running perfectly. hmm. Let's start. And this is me, and we will use like here because it is cutie, that's why I'm putting this here. So let's start. Option 1 this, and what is option 2? Like start. Let me drink some water. Okay, wait a minute, guys, I'm just coming. Yeah. mm, Let me shift to Ethernet. Oh my gosh. Let me shift with Ethernet because we does not give it is not guarantee for like when the Ethernet will internet will go. Yeah, it is my Ethernet also little bit of dump, why? Because it sometimes it doesn't work or response like here, time like here. So we have to simply change the RJ45, I guess. It is working, but for the response I have to put this here, like then it will simply show me the response, like it is getting data or not. Like how can I know? So I have to put something like the spray, but if it will, yeah, it is working perfectly. So wait a 1 minute, guy, let me make like a 200. Where is my Excel draw? Here is it. So first of all, we're going to make like this. mm, Arey, we're going to make like this, our turret. So first of all, user can simply create, join a board via cerebral board ID, and draw freehand strokes, like just like in this Excel draw. You can simply draw like this, okay. They also can draw like this, okay. Like here is the feature, and draw a freehand stroke on canvas, and sync strokes live between broker tabs and user with socket IO. That means like strokes live between the browser tabs user with by using socket IO. We will simply share the packets between the two users, three users, the multiple users they are, okay. This is the that concept. And persistent stroke in MongoDB, like we will store every stroke in MongoDB, but I don't think it is feasible, but we will store, okay. And the clean board for everyone, like options, or like simply a whiteboard for everyone, a basic online user count, like how many users are there online, like one users are online, okay. One users, okay. We will store like that. So let's start. First of all, we will skip authentication, undo redo shapes and deployment until the MVP walk, okay. Those becomes excellent next implementation to discuss and interview. Okay, let's start. Project structure will be like this. So let's make, this will be a client and this will be a server. Like let me do like simply you have to simply make understand of everything, just like you are teaching a beginner. Like you have, if you are making some folder structure, file structure, then you have to say like what this folder will go to do, what this file it will going to do. And if the words are complicated, just like utils, then you have to understand the users you have to make me understand like I'm a 5-year-old kid, just like you are making a routes and config file, what the role of that, what the role of those folders, like all of those, and why you are creating them, and why we use these features, and why we use MongoDB, like everything. And you have to simply just give me steps, like step 1, step 0, step 1, step 2, and dot dot dot. Like step 0, set up the folders, and I will set up, and if I get confused, and you will give help me over there. And in the step 1, like express setup, folder setup, and those are all those kind of things. So you will gonna uh, teach me if I got stuck, and I will going to simply copy paste your file, and you have to find somewhere I am doing mistake, and you have to simply overcome with that, like do this, don't like yeah, do this. And also I'm going to use bun in client and server. It will be a TypeScript in the like in the server they're going to be an index.ts, and in the client there will be a React Site.cn plus Tailwind, okay. And we will not focus that much in front end. We will if we stuck, then we will going to use some vibe coding for the front end, but back end we are going to make by scratch, okay. But no, but we in this chat we are going to make everything from scratch, like a MVP. Oh my god, what I did. Oh my gosh, we don't have to do this. We can simply go here. It is not editable. First of all, I will copy this, then I will copy this, then I will copy this, then I will paste in this, and I will going to make the effort like ultra. Yeah, so it will take cost my tokens so hard, like I'm going to be a beggar, I guess. So let me pin this too, because I have my like it's my bad habit that I always delete these files. So we have $23 left. I have like $100 in my past 2 days. Like I just recharged a $100 pack, but it just suddenly just decreased by 23. Because I was using like high model for the silly talks, because I don't know how to do a token maxing, not token maxing, like how to optimize my tokens. So I just lost all of them. But I will prefer that use Claude, because because codex took take too much like tokens or credits, but it doesn't do that much perfect work as per the Claude, because when I use Claude, it was a perfect, like it can generate a PDF like in the god level. But in this GPT, but in this codex, it doesn't like that much good. Like I think that it doesn't have like that much tuning, like optimizations tools access. So it is thinking, and we will going to let's start our project. Go to terminal, go to dsk and desktop. Let's make a file name, mkdir. You can copy from me, and like I will go like excel draw code draw. I will name it like code draw. Then simply I will gonna make a client and a server, and in server I will do like one init will go blank, and we will simply add like one add express mongodb mongos and sort, because we didn't need any sort, because we are not going to do any authentication. And we will go on client, and we will going to simply like one init in here, react satcn, and let's go like code this. It just opened this. It is perfect as so far. So let's connect with the GitHub here, so you will have the access for that. So if you are looking at my GitHub land, please follow. Okay, this is my user ID IT Kumar Shah, and this is my whole contribution. And let's create a repository here, guys. So we will going to create like, what the hell is this, earlier visitor. Okay, so let's create a repository. Wait a minute. I just got scratch my leg. So we will going to make Aditya Shah organization, and then honor I am. So code raw. Why? Because it can DRAW multi. Yeah, it just make multi person canvas, in which you can draw set in everything. I will go like public. It will going to like this. So let's configure we will going to like this. Let's refresh. Yeah, it just gone all those things. So we will going to make our product start. So let's start. First of all, yeah, the exact all those things, what it does, what it does, that one word. We are create a project, client and server. So we already did like client and server. You have to also you go guys create it, and then it is just like up understand this make a express server say hello. So let's do an index. So one thing, where is the npm? CORS course. It is okay. CORS course from course and cons app equal to express, and we will like app dot use course, and we will going to like app dot not use, like we will going to create a port. We will going to create like here cons port equal to process dot env dot port, and we will going to create a file name dot env port like 4000, not this, and then okay, doing this, and it will going to do like app dot listen in the port, and if it want to this, then we'll console dot log. So is running in port in where, like in port, and we'll going to do like this, otherwise here 4000, and we will go to like here we will add a script file, like we will go like we will create dev or start a dev, and it will simply do like one index.ts with what's one dev. Yeah, it is running perfectly. So we will like app dot get request and response. This is not a good approach for doing like any, because I have not time, that's why I'm doing this, like app rest dot send, like I just forgot the syntax. I get message how it was like rest dot send, and then it was like say message like hello express. Is it running? Rest dot send this. It was like I don't have to log in here. I just do like rest dot send, having issue with the rest dot send this. We'll go to here and let's see rest dot send. Yeah, it was like this also. Is it working? No, it is not responding. Connect to the database. So let's start with MongoDB. but I just forgot my passport password of mongoose. First of all, you will have to create some schema, right? No, first of all, let's configure the database. Then you will go to configure the database in the in that file utils or the db30s में बनाना पड़ेगा. Let's resume this cluster. और इसको कनेक्ट करने के लिए बैक कैसे करें? गो बैक compass. इसमें एक URL, it just give us that like a URL in which we can simply exit the database content database. What is this? Database user. It is like it's a Python. How to get my ID and pass? I guess we can do like no, it is not. And database set last data forming. It is not. Project overview. Create a cluster. It will simply ask for money, I guess. It is just opening, so let's wait for that and let's see why my this is not running. Step 0. Let's do like mkdir close a whiteboard, collab whiteboard, and then this one white server client have these client what user see server behind it. Step 0 done. Done. Now it is thinking like what to do, what not to do. Why my stream is like very shitty? Let's fix this too. Like I have like this and then cloud what to here. How much time it is taking? So let's see what's the main problem is. Why I can't simply here Gemini. Why I can't see hello in terminal and same like okay, I'm joining. Wait a minute guys, like slash bc ktro ou and then console.log. We can also do like this clg. Is it working? No, it is not. I already joined, brother. So what would be the error here? There are no users to ask. If there were some, then we can have text. see hello express like this, restart send. I just did this, and then I can simply do like this, but I can't see what is this. Open in Chrome. Oh, I am what a city man. It was running perfectly, but I was not aware of it because the it was running on this port, like it came here. So let's start. I just did like these all those things, these all those stops, request response. We can simply copy paste these two like here, but I will follow my own code. And this and these all those things I just did perfectly, and this done. So we have some users, right? There's no one in this kitty arrow. Yeah, so the 0 is also completed. So now what we will going to do in the first, like what it was in the first, make a express server. Yeah, I just did one tick, second tick, and then third one understanding this, yes, tick. Connect to the MongoDB. This is the very good hard thing because I don't have any strings for it. Like let's see, I have here, but I can't share my API here because I have like API full of bunch, but I can't share. So let's go and create one MongoDB. So let's do. Edit configuration. अरे अरे अरे, हमारा ये फ्री वाला प्लान है, तो आप कैसे ये सब कर सकते हैं? कनेक्ट किया हमने, ड्राइवर में किया, आई जस्ट डिड एंड देन दिस, बट आई डोंट नो माई पासवर्ड. Oh, this is the problem here. Like I just like Mongo DB, just Mongo URI. You can simply do like this too. But what is this cluster 0? App name cluster 0. I guess the password was Aditya. I guess. Let's delete first of all. Let's go here and collect like this and do this. Steps how to know my pass. Method 1, change and reset the password recommended, but since the Atlas is encrypted database photo, you cannot view the older password in the plain text, but you can look at the left side by the security policy database network. Database, how to simply do like it is like SAS that 259, right? So let's change the password. So do like this. अरे क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? डोंट हैव एन अकाउंट या what the hell is this MongoDB? Forget the pass, reset the password, go to the email. I don't know, I don't want this now. So Gmail, yeah, it got. So yeah, it got like, go to here, create a new password like AADITYAAA 1 2 3 4 7. What it was like this, and then I will say like I will say like pass mongo is equal to this. Oh no, uh, this. So another thing, like just set up the password. क्या हुआ? Password does not match. Oh sorry, I'm so silly person. कितना कोड सेंड करेगा रे? Yeah, it just ended, I guess. 973281. I just got my password. Remind me level setup for now your account method. It will simply require my passport. Set up a biometric. Enroll. Where is my iCloud keychain? Let's. So अब यहाँ पे जाओ, and then we have to go simply like you have to change this with the current passport, and then we have to go to like the clusters here where it was like users, applications, models, all those things. Where is my all of those things? 8 seconds. Is it this? Hey. Users. Yeah, we will simply go with like Google. Simply already have an account. Go to already have an account. It is taking too much time, you know. Fast, quick. Yeah, it does. Browse connection, connect. Driver. Let's copy. Is it same? Yeah, it's same. So let's. We just did this too. So what is the next step? We have to create a new room. Wait, guys. New room. Create instance room. Simply share like .build.com, like it is like VNT NNSF TVA. Yeah, so we just did this too. So now we have to simply do like we just did this, all of these things, like what it does, client and server. We all of did this. Step 1 also completed. We also add express, and this is type.express. You know what is this? This is like a TypeScript directory. It is just like it helps like TypeScript to understand like express code, like so useful errors, like it is written. Yeah, it is written in this too. Okay, so let's add like this too in the another server. Yeah, one add this, and then this will development only helper. Okay, let's create. We already did this. Now we will create like a routes folder, you know, from here a routes folder, just like we will have to know about like file icon. to install this. Light a route. We also need a folder icon, I guess. Yeah, let's create like routes, but this is too much bakwas, so let's delete. Wait a minute, guys. Mm, where's the nice file folder I can edit this? Yeah, it looks perfect. We don't want this. So let's use this. It was also same. Hey Bhagwan, it is just like more weird. So let's create this routes where we will like it is just a server. Is the server awake? URL rule. Oh, it just check like is the server awake. So we will create a health.routes.ts. Uh, health.route.ts, and it will be like inside here. So inside here we will going to like in index.ts, the switch that turns on the house, and the app.ts is just like the house setup, and the routes is a list of door addresses. Okay, and this is the specific address, are you awake? Okay, and it will like mkdirp, so create the folder, it will create simply. So we will going to create like a step. Let's create a source folder too, right? It will be okay for us. src, and we will simply shift this. Yeah. Huh. After this, in the route.ts, we will import like router, from express, and like we will go to like health router, cons health router is equal to router. We will go to like create a get API, health router, health router, health router dot health router dot get. It will simply get in like in the home route request response like it does the whiteboard is healthy, because we will have to check the server is running perfectly or not. That's why we are using this. So in which you are going to like do this and request response, and for the error we will handle like this, because we don't have any time for this any. So in here we will create like app dot get, not app dot get, like app dot send. If the एक second response, yeah, rest dot send. We will say, first of all we will create like status necessity. What is that status code? Status like 200 JSON message. We'll create like JSON like okay. What is it like JSON under like okay to message this? I will do like this. also do like this, and this is our all those things. We will simply export like this. Like, it can't be export like, we will simply do like so we simply export like this, export default health router. And what does it mean? Okay, it is just like a, just like a router is a small map of URL. Instead of putting every URL's rule in the one giant file, we make small maps for the related jobs. Suppose just like it is a get API, so that we can know that the app is running perfectly. Let's create the app.ts. Inside that source app.ts, in the app.ts, like it will be paste like this, like import express from express, import express from express, and then that file like health router. And after that we will know, like we already made this, like no, cons app is equal to express, and we will go like check. So why to use this? I have to know. Oh, so creating like this, like if you want like this local host 4000 is running like hello express, we can simply do like this API slash health, then it will simply return this. So app dot get simply API slash health, simply request and response with any, simply it will get like health. What it will show, like, oh, it can simply return like this. You don't have to do like, you can simply return like this. Now if you'll do like export default, like what, nothing else to do, app export default app, because you are using app, right? So if you scroll like this, then important ideas app.use express.json. This tells Express if the front end sends JSON data, translate into the normal JavaScript to me. Okay, we do not need it yet, but we need it when user create like boards and send drawing data. Okay, use this. This attaches our small URL map to this address like api.health. So the combination is like this. Okay, replace server.index.ts with, we can also do like, if we did this, then index.ts with like app, and then with the port, and then we can do like app.listen in the port, and then we will simply like do like this. Simply, now it will run perfectly in the same port. Now simply let's discuss what we did so far. Okay, first of all, we just created a source folder where we just created a route for seeing like is the board is healthy or not. Okay, so we just simply use a router from like express, and it just test the API is simply healthy or not, it is working perfectly or not. If it is working perfectly, then it will give us like 200 status code, that is success. Okay, and the message that whiteboard is running successfully. Okay, and after that we just created app.ts because we can simply make our code much more shorter, just like we just use like hello, that stuff, hello expressions. Instead of this, we just use like health router, and inside the health router there is like the whiteboard is healthy, there is showing. Okay, so we use this for our like getting like the server is running perfectly or not. And then we just exported our app, and then simply we just use this whole thing in the middle of in here, because it also works like that. And that before code was also working same, and this code is also working same, but it is just like a maintaining a folder structure. Okay, so let's check our health. What is saying? We have to simply one dev. Why is it saying like I just did something wrong or what? So let's test this in another browser. Same problem here. Hmm. Here, router. The same problem appears here. How to create a side chat? Yeah, side chat. Hey, it's showing like oh, it used like tetra. Here is the medium one. We don't want to use like for this. We will use 5.5 and the light version. Like it didn't copy, I guess. Yeah, it copy. So I'm taking a break, guys, for a few minutes. I'm coming back because I have to simply do some work. So let's just wait for me, okay, guys? So how to pause my display for some time, and how to show something like be an engineer, not a developer. तुझे जीत जीत हारूं Can you see me now? Our claw is also dancing. Sorry, the codex. So everything is perfect. So we'll have to do like these setups. API. हेलो कल जाएगा जे वहाँ पे तूने ना बोला था वो PIC DIC क्या हो रहा है जरूरी थोड़ी ना है हाँ वो नहीं 12 खातिर नहीं है रे मतलब कोई हो जा सकता है जीतेगा ना तो वो मिलेगा क्या बोलता है बहुत टिक बहुत कुछ है ये बात जाएगा तो हाँ तो जरूरी थोड़ी ना है उतना तू गिफ्ट से मतलब है ना रे जाएगा तो बोल ला ठीक है तो ला हो गया था छोड़ दे ला हो गया सच के So let's start our walk guys. So let me charge my device. Yeah, the first of all is just like the API health, the route of this and this, it will be like this. This is why this is failing. Like one dev. This is failing. Now we have like a Sam Dam Dand weight, so the Dand weight is just like open code. It can fix and teach us that why does it fail, why it is failed, and showing this and this. So it is telling us that why is it happening. So it is just thinking health router, this is the server, and this is the all those things. Just like we will have some like let's check the health. That it was not essential that I have to write like this, it is just perfect like this. And another thing, it is just a get, and it was in get fix the move path was this, which required it to be the present to the URL the health of the box automatically. Still not. We have to like this, adding It is going like that. Why it so much lagging? Like you can see like how much FPS drop is it? It's good. Still not. It's still thinking. Still not. It's still thinking. Hmm. How much time it will take just for think? इसके लिए तो इसको इतना टाइम नहीं रहना चाहिए था। शायद मेरा नेट स्लो चल रहा है ना। मैं तो इथरनेट ला के रखा हूँ वो भी, लेकिन वो कम प्रोवाइड करता है तो मेरा गलती है ना। लाइक वी कैन सिंपली इंस्पेक्ट द नेटवर्क सेक्शन। जितना हो रहा है लोड तो उतना ही हो रहा है यहाँ तो, है ना। How much time it will take? Yeah, might be running at all. Server might not be running at all. Watches with to auto reload or shift but hasn't picked up the channel. User can let me ask the user if they are restricted server but finish something like that. Wait, I already checked for the dist. So we have to create like server. Yeah, we just did this. We will create these later only when needed. Why is it taking too much time? Yeah, let's see who will finish first, like the codex who is dancing here, and then using laptop and just doing some code, or that this city open code. Hmm. Live is over. My network is too much.
Welcome to the Ducati protocol. Let's walk through the walkthrough. So let us consider we have the two devices, two members here. So first of
No, the live is running perfectly. But our internet is not. How much is this thinking, guys? Yeah, the output is no output. It just pause that server, restarted, check. cannot get health. mm, no output still. So it just stopped that server at 4000 listening, and then saw the one version which is the perfect. Now it just call that 4001. Now it is calling, yeah, now it is working perfectly. In 4001 it is working perfectly, but it's still it giving like cannot get found it. So true from the router here. So API API slash HEALTH. Oh, app dot use. Now it worked. The issue was the Express 5 doesn't support like mounting a router where get studio. Oh, it was like that the problem. So one dev. Now let's see. Yeah, it is getting perfectly the value. So let's get started from this. So let's create a MongoDB safely. Okay, right now our server can answer the URL, but it has no memory. Okay, so we draw something and restart the server, it to disappear. Okay, so gives our app a permanent storage box. MongoDB, the actual path at last, is the hosted online thing. So cluster this, we will go like create a we will going to like use username as this. Create a side chat. अरे कितना नेट वो सॉरी मेरा हाँ I just forgot about that. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I get the answer. Like it was like cluster 0, the major app name. Okay, the username was this. So replace username password with this, and it was like a collaborative whiteboard after the .net. Wait a minute. After the dot name, it is just like a collaborative whiteboard than the this collaborative whiteboard than retry. That's true. .tnv folder, mongo URI, mongodb URI. So done. My PC is too much lagging. So we will create our like all of those things, just like we will start config the database. For configuring our database, we will create like a config file and then db.ts, and here we will use like um, cons like database url or what, like um, we will import first of all mongoose, like here, like mongoose, from mongoose database, not this, where is it, the url string, mongo url, yeah, mongo uri, mm, cons mongo uri is equal to process.env will use like this, and then this, if there is not mongo uri, throw error missing mongodb uri, and then after that mongodb uri is missing, check this, and then we will connect, await mongoose dot connect mongo url, and then export default what, connection database, but it just created a what, it just created a function like a connect database type. So we will also create a function here, because without that how we can't do like which function, it just created like a arrow function. So let's create arrow function, cons this, async this, and then we'll put this to here, and then we will let's set up this, guys, so we just set up this too, and it is also inside this, so let's also add this inside this. So now it is perfect, I guess, but it is returning up promise. So we'll do like it will returning either promise or like cache or promise. So we have to create a global data, the global data type. So let's leave in the promise, or we can simply make it like as empty, because we are not that much focusing on type safety. So it just we just config this successfully. We will simply do like it still will simply do like it still will start a server, and under will use a try catch. Under the try catch we will simply do like same thing for the passing all those things. We will not do like const and the start server, it is needs async, because we need the database too. Here we use like connect database but with await, and then app dot listen to the port, and then running in port like port this, and we have to do like try catch. Under this we have to simply shift towards here, and in the try catch we will go CLE console CLG console CLG error, uh, error, and it also error like server could not start process.exit1. This error is more detailed. That exit 1 0 means success, 1 means and that it not doesn't work. So void start server, we'll just call this server, like you can do like this to like export that, like, but it doesn't need to export like start server. mm, so we'll go to here and then simply void means empty, nothing. And then why this is better, like older was start a server, maybe database work later, a new in the new like connect database, then start the server. Okay. Oh my gosh. So why do we want our app pretending to ready? The main problem is that I can't see this thing. I have to go in the their like node module, then only it is going to be correct. Like was that unique? Simply let's give this to open code. Let's see my typing, like I was thinking like it's became like more slower. Yeah, it becomes much slower. It becomes slower. mm, so it is fixing the bug. And then let's review the code what we did so far. Okay, so first of all we just create a configuration for our database. It is just a silly code that you have to know, or if you don't know then you have to simply by heart the whole template, because this template is used in everywhere if you are dealing with MongoDB. And this is the new template that I saw today, because in past one we just simply call this database somewhere like here, then we just use whenever it requires. But here is just like first of all it will just like start a server, and it will going to be like a nice error handling with the try catch, and it just simply start the database, start the server, configure the database, start the server. So it's perfect. And another thing is just like the folder management, just like it did, just like first of all it checks the health in here, in this route. First of all it's check, and then it's exported with here and health route, and it is called just like a just to show a message in the front end. And it just in the index.ts, it just simply use that app to start the server. Nice approach. Now in the old way, server starts, may database works. In this connect database, then start the server. We do not want our app pretending to ready when its database broken. That means we are not pretending like our app is running perfectly, but in the backend our database is broken. So this is so that will be just like a dummy that you are seeing, because that has no any like target, any aim. Okay, and step for tested, let's test like running this MongoNet server is running. Okay, to this. So what it does, use any file recommended. Oh shit, I just what it did, it just won. I just remove here app dot right. Yeah, it is. Oh, it is just like a college placement. So it is just like making some fix in which step we are in. Fourth step. And with the MongoDB is not like refuse the Atlas cluster doesn't exist was deleted. The server runs fine without DB. Now the health endpoint works won't connect until the previous valid. Create a new Atlas cluster at the .dnb and the set up that. Now we have to create a new cluster here. So simply we have to delete this, I guess. But I also don't know how to delete this because I less deal with like what Mongo no sequels. But we can use this too. We can simply use like this organizations and then new project. What was the cluster name? I think this. So let's create a cluster. It will take some time, so let's see here. So does it have skills? Can you do it via CLI? I think it can. It was right here. Yeah, I guess it work. No, no, no. Authentication failed. Yeah, it's work. But authentication failed. The database user password for the old cluster doesn't exist on the new one. We create a new database users for the new customer class and the cluster secure database access. Add new database users and database access. Go to the database access as the new database user. Oh, security and network access. I already did this, right? But let me delete or simply let me create one. No, let's do this because the project applications description ID this filter. What the hell is this? Is there anything? Okay. Atlas security. Security database access. add new database user and password. Still the authentication failed. Yeah, I guess it is working now perfectly. PK kill one index 30. Yes. Now it has to work, I guess. We did too much to here, like. Yeah, it is now perfectly connected, connected. So let's run one dev. It is just one, and if I simply do like something refresh, yeah, it is showing like healthy. And now let's our let's do now. Wow. So I was thinking what we have to do now. Let's summarize all of those things. First of all, from the initial project, we simply initialize this. We just made our index.ts. Now then we just start our making route for the healthy one. We just choose like a router from the express, and then we just did like a health.get for the message. If the site is working perfectly, server is working perfectly, then it will show like the whiteboard server is healthy. And then for this we just simply connected with like the app.ts like health router, and then we just use this as a middleware type for showing us the data in the backend. And in this app we just exported this app and used in index.ts. Where is it? where is it? Yeah, index.ts, and we just did like async await and try catch. So here is from the done. Describe what whiteboard looks like. Your server can now reach MongoDB. Okay, before saving anything, we need a clear shape for our data. Okay, think of MongoDB as a notebook. A border model, a board model is just like a yes. So we have to make some schema, I guess. So board title is equal to my first name stroke this one pin. We have to do like this in schema, like now. We want in this pattern like a title with my first board strokes like one penny strokes, color this, size this, point axis like x-axis and y-axis, another penny stroke created, and timestamps. Okay, so strokes mean a one continuous pen movement. A mouse move up. 5.1, create the models. So let's create the database model. So from here we don't have any models. What will name, like a canvas, board model.ts. Now we will start to create a schema like mongoose schema. It is not that I want, like you can simply do like a schema, a point schema for it. Cons point schema is equal to new schema where we store like x-axis, like we will store x-axis with the hey ma, how much frustrating it is. And the type is just like a integer or number. Oh sorry, we want this number, I guess, and then require is true. Require is true. Same for the y-axis. This is our like point schema. We can simply now, and this the id will be the false. I don't know why I just forgot about this id. So stroke schema we have to make one also, and we want id also of false, and then we want a color, size, min max, and the points, which is the type of this point, and the default will be this. So let's copy paste and don't waste our time. So from here to here we will do like this, and then also a border schema, cons bottom schema, new schema, title, type, trim, max length, timestamps true. So now we have to simply do like export. For this is just like TypeScript, and then board with the model of board, ये मॉडल को इंपोर्ट करना पड़ेगा मंगूस से। उसके बाद इंफ्रारेड टाइप भी we just did also this. And we have like a type of board, schema board. We'll use like schema board. Okay, and then what the file means, like a point schema, a point of the tiny location on the canvas, like it's have the x-axis and y-axis. Stroke is just like stores the lines, like you draw some strokes is just like this. Wait, the stroke is just like this. Okay, this is the stroke, okay, that you are making. Okay, that you are this, if you are making this, then this is the stroke. Okay guys, this like you are doing in two direction, x direction, sorry, uh, x direction and a y direction. Okay, so it is just like in taking a stroke of this, and just like a 0 comma 0, 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 4 comma 4, just like this. And this just like 0 comma 0, minus 1 comma 0, and then kya 0 comma minus 3 comma minus 3, minus 4 comma minus 4, just like this. It's just like it is just like a point, and the stroke is just you are just creating these also are the strokes. Okay, so let's move there. A stroke stores a line of the data, like you just click thickness as a store, and then this is just like one-to-one relationships, enum type. Timestamps stores like created at, updated at, and then id is false is mongodb gives every tiny embedding subjects like own id. Oh sorry, so for it won't give any specific id for this stroke schema, because it's integrated with this. That's why the id required is for this, not for that. That's why it just false the id. And here is the timestamps, because we also had to store some like created and updated at. That's why. And like by doing this, we can simply do like border dot create, border dot find by id, border dot like bcrypt dot just whatever we can do. Okay, find by id, unique id, create. Okay, done. Now the main part will come like the WebSocket part. Let's go to there. What was the whole thing? The 5 make REST API route to create a local board. Create a board model we just did. Make a REST API route to create and load boards. Add WebSocket so two users can communicate live. Build a simple React canvas. Send drawing points through WebSocket. Send complete. We will simply do this part by vibe coding, and this part is these two parts, but because these two parts are taking too much time, will take too much time, you will know in future. Now just created. Now we have to simply create and load the whiteboard through API routes. Okay. Now frontend needs a way to say like server create a new board. Okay, server give me the board this, board ID this. The agreement is called the API. Okay, we need two endpoints like post to create a board, get to create fetch the board. Okay, so let's create a board in the route board dot model dot ts, board dot route dot ts, board dot routes dot. We can do like this, board dot route dot ts. We will simply have to make, oh my gosh, a full express endpoints, just like a route is valid object from mongoose board model. First of all, let's board model, where is it required? Yeah, it got required is valid object from mongoose, and then some like router from the express router, and we will do like cons board router is equal to router, and then it will simply do like a router dot post, it will simply make a router. Okay, so let's make some endpoints. This is city, like hey, don't just write the whole code by yourself. Just first of all do like this, follow the template that I send you just like first step you have to go this create these models, and inside this comment like we have to create this, and then you should have to create like this in next code like editor, and do like this so that the people will understand easily. Now it will simply make in the perfect way. So let's see how far we gone through the live.
Welcome to the Dukuti protocol. Let's walk through the
Welcome to
walkthrough.
the Dhukudi protocol. Let's walk through the whole system engineering behind the Drupal protocol. Gone through the live. We just had a 2 hours of video. Yeah. I'm a waka when I feel it, when I hella feel it. New empty board in Moody. For example, like create one file, put some skeleton, like start. We just made a route of some like one is for post to do post API for boards, for what, for slash API slash boards slash health slash API slash board. We have to do this, and then to do create a new empty board in the MongoDB. So we will just like call a board async, create a get API for this. It is a dynamic API. So board router dot get slash board async request response. For this, check whether the board is valid. How to check? Find that board in MongoDB. Find by ID. Cons board is equal to await board. Why this? How does it? Small correction will do. Boards model, just like let's create the board model. It already did like board.model.ts. Wakamana feel choka choka feel. कुछ नहीं. So you are right, field idea. Just need fix some important. Boards is equal to MongoDB factory for boards. Create means the board makes the board set. So find by ID that's await boards does not fetch. See if we'll use like boards. Uh, First of all, like let's do like here. First of all, we will simply create a board. So let's create a board.route.post. We will create here a request async request response here. Now we just have to create a board. Cons board is equal to board dot create. Now this will create an empty board. बोर्ड क्रिएट किया. अब HTTP सेंड्स कर हो जाएगा. तो कैसे सेंड करेंगे, लाइक हम लोग कैसे सेंड करेंगे, रेस्ट डॉट सेंड करेंगे. तो जेसन भी कर सकते हैं. रेस्ट डॉट पहले रिटर्न करते हैं, रिटर्न रेस्ट डॉट सेंड जेसन. जेसन के अंदर मैसेज स्टेटस ऑप्टिमाइज वे स्टेटस 201 created that JSON मैसेज JSON के अंदर मैसेज बोर्ड क्रिएटेड सक्सेसफुली। यहाँ पे इसका बोर्ड क्रिएट हो चुका है। ठीक है, हम यहाँ बोर्ड का आईडी पास कर देते हैं। यहाँ पास करना चाहिए। हाँ, सिंस द न्यूली हाँ हाँ हमको नहीं पता, वो हमको बाइक में छोड़ेगा तब पता चलेगा। एंड देन वी विल हैव टू, मेरे को नहीं पता, वो जब बाइक में हमको छोड़ेगा तभी पता चलेगा ना। हम लोग को बोर्ड क्रिएट करना है तो हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं, सीधा बात था। Status बोर्ड क्रिएटेड सक्सेसफुली, बोर्ड दे दिया। बोर्ड could not create board। यहाँ पे मेरे को क्या पास करना है रे, सबसे पहला यहाँ पे एरर में सेम पास कर देता है। एरर पास करके यहाँ पे थोड़ा अच्छा के लिए, लेकिन करना तो नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन फिर भी हम कर दें। बोर्ड तो कहीं दिख नहीं रहा है, यही मान लेता हूँ। अब उसके बाद हम लोग रेस्टार्ट 1 समय कर दिए, और उसके बाद हम लोग ने एक बना दिया नया बोर्ड खातिर। और हम लोग को वो बोर्ड अगर हम लोग को फेच करना है कहीं से, सपोज किसी ने बोर्ड बनाया, हमको वो गेट करना है। बोर्ड राउटर डॉट गेट करना है। गेट कहाँ पे करेंगे हम लोग, वो एक डायनेमिक में करेंगे, तो हम लोग इसका स्लैश बोर्ड स्लैश, इसमें भी मोंगो चाहिए होगा, तो रिक्वेस्ट रिस्पॉन्स इज लाइक दिस। यहाँ पे हम लोग बोर्ड कौन सा, पहले इसमें ट्राई कैच कर लेते हैं। ट्राई कैच में सिंपली बोर्ड इज इक्वल टू अवेट बोर्ड। इसमें नया रिक्वेस्ट पास से हम लोगों ने क्या गड़बड़ किया, क्या गड़बड़ है हम लोग का। उसके साथ पार्स का यूज़ किया, पैरम्स यूज़ किया है ना, वो भी चलेगा। क्या है पैरम्स में? पैरम्स में ये आ रहा है, बॉडी भी कर सकते हैं, यूज़र नेम इतना, स्ट्रिंग इतना पैरम्स में, क्योंकि हम लोग बॉडी करते हैं, बॉडी करने का प्लानिंग है। ये लाने के बाद हम लोग क्या हुआ, स्टॉप अर्ली इफ़ द आईडी डज नॉट लुक लाइक द रियल मोंगोडीबी आईडी। अच्छा ये ऐसे होगा, इस वैलिड आईडी में अच्छा ये इसलिए चेक करता है रेस्टार्ट, यहाँ पे सीधा रेस्टार्ट स्टेटस 400 रिटर्न रेस। एक बोर्ड आईडी नहीं मिला, अगर मिल गया तो मिल गया। कनेक्ट करवाना पड़ेगा अब, है ना, तो उससे में सॉकेट यूज करेंगे। तो अभी के लिए क्या लिख रहा है यहाँ पे, 200 सेंड द बोर्ड बैक, यहाँ पे तो हम लोग को करना पड़ेगा, है ना। तो इसीलिए अब इसको छोड़ते हैं और इसको पास करते हैं अभी के लिए। उसके बाद कैच में हम लोग का ये सब इधर तो हो ही गया। हम लोग का ये मैसेज वाला तरीका, अब ये हम लोग एक्सपोर्ट कर देंगे। हम लोग .ts का गया, इधर हम लोग क्या करना पड़ेगा, एक्चुअली यूजेस दिस राउट, वो राउट को यूज़ करना पड़ेगा। कौन सा राउट है, ब्राउज सॉफ्टवेयर, ये राउट को, बोर्ड राउटर को यूज़ करना पड़ेगा। इसको यूज़ करने के लिए हम लोग ऐसे करके किया, यूज़ करने के लिए हेल्थ राउटर, बोर्ड राउटर के लिए हम लोग एक और क्या बनाएंगे, अच्छा इसका भी वो बनाना पड़ेगा। तो हम लोग को यहाँ पे मिलेगा, यहाँ नहीं मिलेगा, हम लोग को यहाँ रेस्टार्ट सेंड करना था ना। तो रेस्टार्ट अगर हम लोगों ने यहाँ पे 200 वगैरह सेंड कर दिया होता, या तो हम लोग इधर टर्मिनल से देखते हैं। आया तो wait a minute guys, let me pause the video for a few minutes.
it, left some comments or whatever.
And then
Yeah.
it just gets inserted as, so this could happen, the agent has stopped.
Observations of what happened.
Don't assume it.
Something happened in the past, but it doesn't fully understand from those observations what happened.